Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Renata. Hi, Tiv. Hi, Carla. Hi, Ella. How are you? Hi, Dana. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Hey, so how are you? I did. Kitty Tarot is doing well. Hello. Nice to see you too. Hi, Pari. How are you? Highlight. Aw, Ella, I miss you too. I'll be sending out the new moon readings to you guys tomorrow. So I'll look forward to sending you all those. He is adorable, Ella. He's living his best life right now. He's living his best life right now. I think he's realizing he hit the jackpot. I mean, I hit the jackpot too, but like the way this kitty is like basking in the sunshine these days, it's like he knows. He knows. I'm well, James. How are you? Hi, Rita. It's a boy. It's a boy. His name is Taro. Taro. I hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, Taro. It's a Japanese word for eldest son, and it can also mean big boy. Big boy. Although I call him little boy, I call him big boy. Mish was saying it's like Jimmy Jr., so like JJ. Yeah. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Sarah. I'm well, thank you. How are you? Tell me, everybody, what's the vibe? Yesterday, I really wanted to come on, but I felt so tired. Like when I tell you tired, I'm like, man, I don't know if it's the heat wave or the energy or like what, but like I couldn't even like get up. I took a nap, and even then it was like it was even worse. Hi, Steph. Yes, he's definitely settled in okay. He's living his best life. Hi, Christy. How are you? Yes, me too. Looking forward to it. I'll send you the Zoom link in the morning. I meant to email you back. I'll send you the link in the morning. Hi, Roger. I'm from Toronto, Canada. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? Jupiter is supposed to be doing something today to increase abundance. Jupiter is growth, expansion. Good luck. You feel tired? You feel a big shift in energy today. I was filming some readings this afternoon, and I can tell you that everything was new beginnings, a shift, right? Hi, Nick. How are you? Hi, Katie Louise. How are you? How you doing, Phil? You're in Vancouver Island? Amazing, Rita. I'm in Ontario, just outside of Toronto. You're from Kamloops. Nice. Yes, Tanya. The spirits have good things for us. We just believe it. That's all we got to do. Everything's working out for us. Oh, thank you, Lily. I appreciate it. Thank you. I don't use any. Hi, Emlyn. How are you? That picture of Taro was cute. Jimmy's little double. I know. And that was me taking, just waking up from taking a nap. And it was like he was watching me. He was like, I told you, that perch, that kitty condo spot is karma's. Nobody takes that spot. Now he does. So, yes, that's a natural. My lips are natural. Yes. Hi, Mike. I'm well, thank you. How are you? So we have a new moon in Cancer tomorrow, which is exciting. I feel like, I can't even believe we're in Cancer season, by the way. Like, isn't that crazy? Isn't it just like weird how fast time has gone? And last month we were talking about, how I kept saying Capricorn moon, the full moon in Capricorn. So that's where I'm feeling the vibes coming our way. We're not there yet. We got to get through the new moon first. But in a couple of weeks, we're going to be at that full moon in Capricorn. We're going to see what we got to do to get to work, No, you haven't missed his YouTube debut. No, he's not ready for the camera yet. He hasn't discovered it yet. Oh, Pratik I thank you. I hope so. If I can bring some positivity, then I'm happy. Bonjour, Mathieu. Aujourd'hui, c'est le jour de Québec. What is Quebec Day? I don't even know if I can't. I feel terrible not knowing this. Oh, thank you, Patricia. I appreciate it. So what's everybody's words of the day? He does have a big tail. I know, Steph. It's huge. This lip color, you know what's funny, Kat? This is the one I've had for ages, and I forget what it's called. Oh, Dark Pink Frost. I thought it was something spicy, but it's not. From Wet n Wild. It's like the cheapo of cheapo, and I can't find it lately. Maybe on Amazon, but it's like right at the. I gotta find some more. It's one of my favorite colors. Your word of the day is confusion. Good for you, Mike. Words of the day. We'll get into some cards and see what's going on. You're feeling pain today. How come? Hi, Brennan. How are you? Grateful. You have gratitude, but you're tired. No, I'm not a mother. I don't have any kids. The word of the day is unknown. I do, Brennan. I do. 2 words of the day, wedding cake. Oh, I love cake in general. I haven't been eating cake lately at all. I've been eating high protein, low carb. The only bit of like sweetness that I'm getting is when I make a Ninja Creamy protein ice cream and I add like maybe 1 or 2 Oreo thins into the middle to mix it in. That's it. Pip is your word of the day. Doesn't surprise me. Absolutely, always be kind. Hi, Josephine. Your brother just got married. Congratulations. You're eating the leftover wedding cake. I love wedding cake. Now, I'm one of the odd people that likes fondant, like style cakes. I don't know why I really like fondant more than anything. So, I like wedding cake as well. Hi, Jen. You're in Rome. Yay. How is it? How's the weather? It must be like scorching hot. I'm happy to hear you got there safely. You feel down? Oh, I appreciate it. No, I'm not married. No. Hi, Bunny. How are you? It was cause I bet it was good. I bet it was good. You can fix that. You can fix me not being married. I think I'm good. I appreciate it. I think I'm good where I'm at. It was a very long trip. Air Transit does not have Wi-Fi. Oh, that is annoying. You know what? I used to be okay without it until I had it, until I ordered it once, and then I was like, I could never go back. It was worth the money. Hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Once you have Wi-Fi on a flight, like I don't know, the $35 is worth it for sanity. Although I will say that it's not always very steady Wi-Fi though. You had some fettuccine alla bolognese tonight, eh? I sound so Canadian mixed with Italian, eh? Yeah, sounds good. $27 Air Canada. Yeah, I think it was like 30 something on Luft. Oh, it would have been the same Air Canada Lufthansa. I don't know. Team Edward or Team Jacob? Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know if I could make that distinction. I mean, listen, Edward is the twin flame and Jacob is the soulmate. Jacob is sweet. Jacob is sweet. You're new to my channel? Thank you, Jimmy. I appreciate that. Yes, Mish, how are you? I was just saying earlier that you gave the nickname JJ, Jimmy Jr. Jupiter Kazemi, pushing emotions forward and letting go. Well, yeah, I mean, like, we need to let go of all these things, right? I kept saying that in the readings I was filming today. Like, we have to let go of the old narrative and the old story. Like, it's just got to go, you know? Hi, Princess. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on today. I don't have a ton of time, but I did want to hop on because, like I said yesterday, I felt so depleted. Like I was just couldn't even Couldn't even keep my eyes open, couldn't even get up. And today is garbage day. You know how I feel about garbage day on my street. The last thing I want to do is go out there in 30 plus degrees heat, taking out the garbage, dragging it to the end of the street. So thank you. Thank you, P. I appreciate it. All right, let's take a look. Hi, Keziah. Knight of Swords. See, got to move forward. Got to move forward. Decisively. When you look at my face, you feel I would choose Team Jacob? I think I would. I think I would. I think I would. But then again, there could be a little bit of a bias there. And there's a reason for that. Do you guys remember? I mean, I don't know how many of you love Twilight or watched all the Twilight movies, but do you remember when Twilight was really big and Robert Pattinson did this interview and he talked about how bad his hygiene was, as in like not brushing his teeth? And then I watched that, and ever since I watched that, I was like, I just can't. Like, I just can't. Do you remember that, Mish? Yeah. And it kind of turned me off Robert Pattinson. Like, I just couldn't. I mean, like, I know I have to separate the actor from the role. You know, like, okay, the connection, Edward, I get it. It's intense. Yes. But like Jacob was just sweet, you know, and he loved her, and he loved her. And that's what we're all looking for, right? But it's kind of funny how we strive for that chemistry instead of the stability, right? But anyways, a side note. Side note. As soon as I heard he doesn't brush his teeth regularly, I was like, I just can't. You know? So. Let's see what else we need. Oh, you love my nails? Thank you. Yeah, I'm very, very happy with them. I love the glass nails, cat eye glass nails. They're just, and this color, there's such a nice purpley, and they're sharp too, which I like. So let's see what else we need to know here. Mike said, vampires are not supposed to sparkle. Shake my head. Good movies, though. Good movies, though. Let's see. Stars. Speaking of sparkling, Mike. Divine guidance. It's almost like divine guidance to move us forward, you know? That's what's necessary right now. All right, let's see what else. Oops, I thought one card was going to come out, and then I grabbed a bunch. There we go, bodybuilder. Do you know how many times today I've seen this card? It's like the energy is building, or maybe somebody's working out more, or paying more attention to their health routine. There's just something that's like really building in the air right now. We're doing a general collective reading. I can do personalized readings if that's something you'd like outside of this, but right now this is a general collective reading for everybody. So potential or challenge, healing, Four of Swords, rest and rejuvenation. If you need rest right now, take it. Because remember, on new moons, it almost takes more energy to manifest than it does to let go and purge, right? Oh, that's okay, PA. I appreciate it. You're always welcome to join us. We love talking about the energies and seeing if it fits. If not, that's okay. Hi, Lilianka. How are you? Hi, Finding. And so that potential or challenge of the healing is disruption. Has anybody had a bit of a disruption to their healing where like they've almost had a little bit of a blip in the road or a little bit of an interruption or some sort of stop, if that makes sense? You did? I kind of feel like people are being very tested right now. And again, I said it in a video that I was filming today, and I'm going to remind everybody probably for the millionth time. And that is, you know, are you in the old? Are you in the new? Like, what does that mean? And I explained it in a video again today, just in case people, you know, ask, well, what does she really mean when she says that? Hi, Val. It means, look, Kelly of yesteryear, I'll use myself as an example, would have done this, 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 and that. And obviously it wasn't working. Okay. But Kelly of today would do completely different. I don't care what the decision is that you have in front of you. Ask yourself, are you in old energy where you used to do this or that? Or are you in new energy that says, you know what, I'm going to be willing to try this or try that, or I'm going to be in some sort of spark of new. which I would hope makes sense. If you've expended too much energy manifesting, you might consider taking a break. Exactly. Exactly. The heat wave has you stopped. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me either, because I have felt it too. The Schumann resonance, there's been a lot of different things kind of testing us or getting in our way right now. You have a blip on the daily basis this week, needing to chill. Yeah, sit back and let pass. Yeah, let it pass. Yeah. That's actually pretty funny. It goes back and forth for you. You have no motivation. You're trying to do new things. I mean, that's what it's about, right? You got to do new things. Hi, Sarah. Okay, the rainbow, healing. There you go. Double message of healing and blessings and abundance. But don't let things get in the way of your happiness or your abundance. You know, I'll tell you another theme that came up today in the readings, and I don't know if anyone else has had this in any cards that they pull. A lot of forgiveness. And as I keep saying, like, forgiveness is not about the other person. Forgiveness is about you. Just because you forgive something doesn't mean you necessarily forget it. And at the same time, I always say this, it's one thing to understand something, it's another thing to allow it. You don't have to allow things in your life. You can understand it, you can forgive it, but that doesn't mean it has to be a part of your daily life. You forgive me for stealing your heart. Oh, you're very kind, very kind. You're trying to decide whether to sell your house or not. Yeah, listen, that's a tough one. You've got to ask yourself, what are your intentions? What are you looking to accomplish? You know? Hi, Michelle. Why is it us empaths or people that believe in all this feel it the most? You see others thriving. Remember that what you see sometimes is not always what is, you know? As an example, when I was teaching in the classroom and I would have students that came into the room and said, oh my gosh, miss, so-and-so is so rich, so-and-so has this, so-and-so is that. Listen, anybody can make payments. Anybody can be behind closed doors, drowning in debt or struggling with personal issues. I would say, don't always look at everybody else and think that they're thriving. That doesn't mean that they actually are thriving. That is all perspective. And so we shouldn't necessarily worry about what other people are doing. Worry about what we're doing. You know, it's not a matter of watch out for them, it's watch out for me. And when we're focusing our attention elsewhere, that's when we are the ones not thriving, because we're not putting the energy into ourselves, right? You're hard on yourself. You don't know why. Well, it's a natural thing, but at the same time, we have to understand that our brain lies to us, right? That's emotional pain body. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? You've been single for so long. In the past few days, I mean, Tiff, this is the thing. As humans, we crave connection. We always have to spark new energy. I'm one of those people that no matter what, I will always put myself out there, no matter what has hurt me, no matter what. I will always do it, because why not? What do we have to lose? Mike just said, what good does it do in your head and heart to hold on to pain and anger? But people like to hold on. I shouldn't say like to. People hold on to pain and anger because that's what makes them feel safe, because that's what they know. It doesn't mean it's good for them. They may know it's not good for them, but they do it because they don't want to move forward. You know? And, you know, today I was at the doctor's office this morning, and I heard a story about how people were complaining at the front desk about the wait times. And what I thought was really interesting is that, you know, the person who was actually complaining about it was actually a very short wait time, but long story short, people will find reasons to leave the office. You know, they were there for a specific purpose, and they were finding reasons to not be there, you know? And sometimes we want help, but then when we get help, we don't know what to do with it. We get what we want, we don't know what to do with it. We'd rather be angry, we'd rather be in fear, we'd rather hold ourselves back, believe it or not, even though we all say, of course we don't want to do that. But subconsciously, there are people who do that, who sabotage themselves from something that could be really, really great. You know, but again, none of this happens overnight. Nobody changes themselves in a day. Everything does take time. And you have to be willing to make time, effort, and show consistency in order to achieve your goals, and whatever that is. Lori, how are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Well, the thing is, because you just actually hit the nail on the head about something. You said not so much like to hold on, need to understand the skills to learn to move forward when you haven't had answers. The issue here, and when you said answers, that's part of the problem. There are times when there are no answers. We cannot possibly have all the answers. And when we try to force answers or try to analyze, that's a coping mechanism. We think that if we can figure something out, that it's all going to be okay. And sometimes there are things that we just can't figure out now. You will get clarity later, but the clarity comes just like in the High Priestess. You get the clarity as you seek new energy and information. That's the difference. And whenever we're focusing on who, what, when, where, why, and how, what are we doing? We're questioning, we're doubting. So that's the difficulty. Does that make sense, Kazaya? I send you lots of love. I don't say that out of criticism, but you made a really good point, because I think I hear people say like, well, I'm a why guy, or like, I need to know why. But why is questioning, it's doubting, you know? Mike just said, I've forgiven people who almost literally ended your life. I'm sorry to hear that. But in the sense of the forgiveness, I understand. That doesn't mean they're allowed back in your life. Yeah, go live your best life. Way over there. Exactly. Hi, Sonia. How do you protect your energy when you travel? The way I'm going to say this, I know it doesn't sound good. I was going to say, you have to travel smart, in the sense that don't put yourself in such a worry that everything's going to go wrong, because if you put yourself in a worry that something's going to go wrong, it's going to go wrong. You know, it's like when we go into an exam or a test and we say, oh, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail. Well, guess what happens? You fail. So protecting your energy means you don't entertain things that can affect you. Certain things you cannot control, but you can't worry about every little detail, because you'll manifest it. How do I protect my energy from YouTube or social media? Well, Sarah, here's the thing. A real reality of working on social media, and I know this is a tough conversation to have with people, is that there are certain boundaries. You know, like, I have to protect my boundaries. I have to sometimes make decisions that aren't going to be liked by everybody, or I have to do something for my own self to protect me. I pick my battles very wisely. Some things I'll entertain, some things I will not. So protecting your energy means you've got to really just pick your battles. Lori just said, I had some clarity and stillness when the ego self was on pause and the higher self and source had a clear channel. That's great. Good for you. Kat just said, it's a difference between choosing the known chaos versus the unknown. Some choosing to stay in that known box for a false sense of control. Exactly. Well, that's why I always say the comfort zone is not so comfortable, right? Everybody, if it was so comfortable, why do we want to leave it? Hi, Juliana. Yeah, strong personal and professional boundaries. Like, there are certain things that I just, unfortunately, it's nothing personal to anybody, I just cannot give, or I don't have the capacity to give or engage in. And it's a level of respect, I think, is what it is, right? So, you're new here, Nicola? Welcome. We're just talking about energy, life, tarot cards. Do I take tarot decks with me when I'm traveling? Yes, I do. Yes. You want yours to keep clear of stray energy. But you know what? It's interesting, Teresa. The thing about that is you don't have to worry about that. You are the entity that protects your own cards. You don't have to entertain the idea of it even coming into you or your deck. Yeah, Nick just said it's choosing yourself, keeping your peace. Yeah. I take my decks on trips. I sure do. Decks with an E. You had to create boundaries with someone you care about a lot. You feel guilty. Absolutely, Phoenix. I understand that. I do too sometimes. Sometimes it's very hard to make a clear line, even when you know someone has good intentions. You know? Hi, Stephanie. How are you? Do I charge my decks? Yeah, there's certain things you can do. I know people laugh. You can knock your deck. Deck with it, you can knock it. You can sage it. Hi, Manpreet. How are you? Hi, Maddie. Is it true others shouldn't touch your cards? Your nephew touched them. No, it's okay. If you, look, typically, everybody has a thought on this. Do I typically let people touch my cards? No. But if I'm, let's say, in a relationship with somebody and I say, and I want to test something where I say, okay, here's a deck, pull some cards for me. If I ask them to do it, then I feel like it's okay. You know, it's about consent, I would say. Mike's letting everybody know, keep your hands off his deck with an E. Yes, yes. Oh, whenever I go traveling, they always check my decks. Always, always. Oh my gosh, do you know how many times they've swabbed? They've swabbed, that sounds terrible. They've swabbed my decks. Yeah, touching is about consent. And there you go, it is, in any shape or form. So Manpreet, to learn tarot card reading, I would say get yourself a deck, a good resource. Watch videos of people who are credible and actually know the meanings of the cards versus people who don't know the meanings of the cards and lie. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people who do that. And I guess sometimes it's hard to know who's truthful and who's not. I would just say if anybody's saying the Three of Swords means that somebody's coming back, I would say, ooh, no, no, no. But you can do a lot of good reading. Watch good videos. Let's see what, oh, I forgot this deck here, pardon me. Oh, no, I didn't. Let's see, what should we focus on today? Four of Pentacles. There is an energy of holding back though, like as in afraid of what's shifting, you know? I don't have that deck, Sonia, but I know someone who does and they love it. Yes, Kathy, I have a new baby kitty. Let's see. Holding back. Angel numbers. This is what I always say about angel numbers. You know, if you know me, you know. Look, angel numbers are a beautiful thing. 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555, etc. But make sure that you're not associating angel numbers to a specific person. Angel numbers, in my opinion, are about nudging you forward. The problem is that when you see a birthday of somebody you love or a specific number you relate to a person or a situation, people take that as a sign to sit back and wait and say, no, 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 this is my person. This is it. I know this is it. The problem with that is that it keeps you in waiting energy and keeps you in that comfort zone that's not so safe and not so comfortable. Oh, Kathy, all the cats, they're all best kitty friends already. All best kitty friends. Karma and Tarot love each other. They're already like chasing each other, rolling with each other, sleeping next to each other. You saw somebody with a tattoo, 444? Thanks, Maddie. I appreciate it. You know, you have to remember that numbers are meant to enlighten you, to tell you you're on the right path. New beginnings. Ones are all new beginnings, Michelle. You have 5 still introducing them? Nice. My 3, I've always had really good luck. It took about a week. And boom, best kitty friends. How's Pandy? She's good. Pandy's a little bit more like on the outside because she's older. She doesn't want to rough and tumble. But he likes to constantly like headbutt. You know, he's affectionate that way. So he's always trying to headbutt her and give her kind of hugs, you know. I believe in men's mental health. Absolutely. Tender. Absolutely. I talk about men's mental health actually quite frequently. I believe that everybody deserves healing and attention to their healing. Oh, thanks, T. I appreciate it. He's cute, isn't he? He is cute. There's the beehive. The beehive is all about diligence and persistence. And that's why I'm saying when you see angel numbers, I want you to think about it as a nudge forward, not as something that pulls you backwards. Oh, the color of the new kitty, he's a tabby. He's a gray with brown tabby. Just like Jimmy was. Let's see. What is the, yeah, JJ, Jimmy Jr. Yes, is then that the energy has been heavy the last few days. Very, very tiring. Not only the heat wave, but the Schumann resonance, just general fatigue, ascension. Hi, Derek. How are you? Yeah, he's very cute. Hi, Jackie. How are you? I would love to, Maddie, but the thing is that he is not ready for camera yet. He hasn't discovered it. On my Instagram, there's a post on my Instagram that has a picture of him. Hi, Fierce. How are you? Good, Derek. Nice to hear that. You're angry today, Zen? How come? How come? Recent past is the Emperor, knowing that we got to make a power move. We're here to play chess, not checkers, as we always say, right? And we know. Oh, hi, Marita. How are you? Marita, remind me. Remind me. Thank you. I appreciate it. Do I believe in life path numbers? I do. And one of the reasons why, especially I do, I'm a life path 3, and 3 is teacher. That's me. Not only am I a high school teacher, I'm a spiritual teacher. And we have here love. Maybe we have to move forward in love a little bit here. Yeah, French teacher, English teacher. Oh, Marita, yeah, Jimmy passed away about a month ago. So I did get a new kitty in his honor. I'm a life hack teacher. That's right. That's right. You're fatigued and irritable. Things set you off. Don't have much tolerance some days. Zen, that's because you're having what we call like tower moments, where things have to change. You've got to address the changes, right? Thank you. Hi, Shreya. How are you? You're a life path 2, number 1, number 5. I do find it very fascinating. See, the recent past is Black Widow energy, which is low vibrational. Maybe even betrayal. Maybe some of you even had a bit of a warning that you can feel like you got to make a move. You got to leave something behind. I did get a bit of an energy today in one of the readings that I filmed about friendship, where there's some friendship tension, where you got to kind of let something be. People want you in an energy that makes them happy, not you. So be careful of that as well. Yeah, here it's about 5:30 in the evening. Hi, Dorcas. How are you? Let's take a look at the strength position today. Hello, how are things in Lake Tahoe? Thank you for joining us. The strength right now is that we got to walk away from things that no longer serve us and walk towards things that are better, like manifesting the better. If something is better, or you manifest better, imagine what could be even better than that. Got to strive for the best of the best of the best. Hi, Marina, how are you? You heard from a friend this morning after 30 years. No way, Jackie. Isn't that a blast from the past? 8 of Cups and healing. We've got to heal. Walk away from things that no longer serve us and heal. Allow that energy to come in. Let's see what else. The Phoenix, see, rising from the ashes, death and rebirth, a whole new you. It's time. It is time. So let's see, what else do we need to know? Take care, Mish. Nice to see you. Bring on the new. Near future. Well, the new en français, I have to block it out with my with my finger. That didn't sound right either. This is the star card, healing and blessings and wishes coming true. Quand je parle français. You like that, eh, Kathy? I sound so Canadian when I say that. Healing and blessings and wishes coming true. Let's see. Dana, I thought you'd laugh. I thought you'd laugh. There's the mirror, so reflection. We got to look in the mirror. Mirror work, shadow work. Let's see what else. Hello. For those of you that don't know, that my mother gave me phone lessons as a child. Hence why I have a phone voice at times. The power of a single finger, Nick. You got it. Communication. When you're healing and you're reflecting on yourself and where you've been and making changes, people want to talk to you. I do feel like there's a lot of communication. I know that sounds so cliche with tarot, but it is a very strong vibe of communication. Tarot looks like Jim. Yeah, he does. My mom's okay. She's been good. She's in Germany right now, enjoying herself. So let's see. Let's look at the suggested approach. Yeah, Kathy, she's doing okay. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate it. You're welcome. Ratisha, thank you. Have a wonderful night. Sleep well. I mean, she's trying, Marita. She's trying. It's not easy always to find joy, right? After losing somebody you've been with for, my goodness, since you were 16 years old. So she misses him every single day, of course. But at the same time, she's doing her thing. Thank you, Sanjay. I appreciate it. Suggested approach is the Eight of Pentacles. There's work to do. But as I always say, we're here to work smart, not hard. Working hard doesn't really get you where you need to be. Working smart, picking your battles, networking properly. That's the key. That's right. She's gone over for her daily dose of her favorite European television show. Yes. Actually, her favorite show when she's in Germany is Perfect Dinner. You know, the show where they have, you know, like 5 people, they all have to cook one day of the week and then score each other and whatever. That's her favorite thing to watch while she's there. She watches Perfect Dinner. But she likes watching Germany's Next Top Model. Thank you, Elizabeth. Germany's Next Top Model. She was just watching the finale recently. Yeah, I mean, the other one is quite interesting as well. It is hard learning how to fill your own cup after being attached for so long, for sure. Struggling with communication skills, practice. There are ways you can practice. I mean, like I said, as a child, I was getting phone lessons from my mother, but even just talking with people. I mean, I talk to people daily in sessions. Yes, Sanjay, I do private readings. And I talk and I coach people actually through career stuff, business coaching, life things, how to have conversations, what things to say when confronted with something, you know. Picking your battles has been a theme of the conversation this week, Mike. Yeah, it always should be. Picking your battles. Before we open our mouths, we should always think. I know it's hard, but like we have to really think about this. Is this really serving me? The Firefly, wonder. You have to have a bit of curiosity. Curiosity, do the work, see where it takes you. Hi, Matthew. Yeah, community places, Jill. I agree with you. Oh, thanks, Stephanie. I appreciate it. Baby steps, Kathy. Always, always. ChatGPT can be an excellent tool as long as we're using it safely. I think that's the key, Nick. You know, I think there's people who are definitely for it and people who are against it. But at the same time, I do think with responsibility, it can be a great tool. Thank you, player. I appreciate it. I said this in a reading today. Be very careful with saying no, you know, as in like saying all the things or giving all the reasons why you can't do something versus the reasons why you can do something. You've got to be very, very careful because if you're telling yourself, no, nah, I can't have this, or it's unlikely, you're just setting yourself up, you know? Naima, I appreciate the question about when you will get married, but here's the thing. Trying to control it by saying when is going to make you wait longer, unfortunately. And I say that to you with respect. Yeah, I would not put your birthday in, Sarah. I don't put my birthday into ChatGPT. I don't put certain details. You know, you have to be very careful with private or personal information. Let's see, what do we need to know? Moving on to calmer waters or peace. You know, obviously that's what we want. It's cliche, but all we want is peace in this world. We don't want difficulty. And here's the patience. You know, again, patience isn't waiting. I had to make a video about that as well today. Patience is not waiting. Patiently waiting. This is not a thing. Patience means I'm living my best life. I'm doing new things. I'm sparking energy, letting things attract to me while I do good things. Waiting is going when, who, what, when, where, why, and how, trying to control things, right? Bonsoir, Kathy. Steph just said, what comes out of my mouth and thinking first doesn't always happen in that order. Hi, Vina. How are you, my friend? Hi, April. Good evening. Hi, Junior. How are you? Yeah, Dana, you love your ChatGPT? Hi, Scott. Let's see what else we need to know. Patience, the diamond, creativity, strength, commitment, right? How badly do you want something? Hope and or fear. Happy to see you too. I know, it's been a while. Hope and or fear. You got to put down the burdens. I've seen the 10 of Wands a lot today. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, exhausted. I get it. It's not easy. Just live your life with the best of intentions and trust the process. It is, Steph, that's all we can do. It's the hardest lesson for people to learn, but it really is it is the way. Look at this. The anchor, stability. Knock on that door of opportunity. Yeah, it's a mirror. It treats you the way you treat it. I do agree with that. Hi, Missy. How are you? You're thinking about Prince, Diamonds and Pearls? Let's see what else. The library, information, knowledge. Knowledge is power. I talked about this again today. Knowledge is power, but what you do with that knowledge is even more powerful. It's not enough to just know something. You can read all the self-help books. You can watch all the videos. That doesn't mean that you're at your highest potential. You have to implement. You've got to keep putting yourself out there. Thank you, Sarab. I appreciate it. All right, let's take a look at the probable outcome. You saw a red door and yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You're reading, it's the song. I didn't see the notes because my shirt was dark at that part. That's funny. You're welcome, Jill. You're supposed to be writing for music libraries. Probable outcome, the Chariot. Yes, moving forward and victory. Moving on. Doing new things. Winning. Hello. Hope. Rainbow. Healing. Hi, Jennifer. Healing. Blessings. Wishes coming true. There's so many good things that are coming our way, even if you don't recognize it. Yes, there's bad in the world, but there's also good too. With light, there's dark. With dark, there's light. Well, player, this is the thing, is I'm doing a general collective reading, so I can't address every question that you have. I mean, if you're looking to work on something, you know, like you need guidance, I can help you with that privately. Hi, Swati. I do remember you. I remember your name. And here we have the labyrinth. We've got to sort things out. Thank you, Teresa. We have to sort things out. No, me too, Mike. Me too. We got to sort things out. That's the energy right now. And we are. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate it. So Naima, like I said earlier, if you're wondering what age you'll get married, you're trying to control things. And my advice to you would be to let things unfold naturally. Oh, Teresa, I'm glad you're here. Thank you. Hi, Eleanor. Well, my friends, what is the plan for the rest of the day? I've got to go get the garbage out. You know how I feel about that. I've got some work to do. Thank you. Oh, that's okay, Eleanor. Hi, Lisa. Well, like I said, I got to go get the garbage ready. I got to eat something. You're going to rearrange living room furniture? I actually don't mind doing that. But this room that I'm in, it's impossible to rearrange. That's the problem. Unless I really were to turn this table around, and there's really no point. Sometimes a room is just set up a certain way, like you can't really do much with it. But I do like the idea. You're going to bed? Yeah, Sonia. It's late for you. Well, it's early morning for you. Jax, you're going to go to sleep? Yeah. Good night, Jennifer. Thank you. Resting and digesting after Taco Tuesday sounds good. Hi, Nicole. Thanks. What are you too? Yeah, I know, my favorite, Jackie. Believe me. Nothing in me right now wants to go out in that kind of heat down to the garbage. And what do you think garbage smells like on days like this? This is not one of those days where you really want to go and put everything into those bins, right? Yeah, Nick, that's right. We can't block access to that kitchen window that sees everything, unfortunately. Yes, that's true about my open concept kitchen and living room. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Thank you, Claire. I appreciate it. Thank you, Steph. You too. Thanks, Bina. I appreciate you too. Your day's been pretty crazy and long. Well, hopefully it calms down for you. It's 3:21 in the morning. Oh my goodness. Well, I wish you a good sleep now, finally. Yeah, better than a third eye view. Yeah, Nick. Oh, please. That's for sure. Yeah, Stephanie, it's the dragging it down the street. You know, it's not the fun part. I mean, I know I could get a cart. I probably should, but oh well. All right, everybody, I gotta run, but I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day. Yeah, the heat wave is crazy, Eleanor. It's crazy. Thank you, Mike. You too. You too. All right, everybody, I better go. Instagram, thank you so much. I send you lots of love, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your night. Take care, everybody. Thank you, Carla. You too. Bye. Okay, YouTube, have a wonderful rest of your night. Thank you always for your kindness, and I'll talk to you soon.